All right, friends, welcome back. So hopefully by now you have gone through and watched those two advertisements and have answered those questions on Chime In, and we'll have a class activity here if we're in person, or I'll email out those results and have a discussion on Google Classroom. But we've talked a little bit about how a communication campaign works. And now we've segmented and we've targeted our audiences. We have that segment versus target thing up at the top, but now it's time to evaluate, did we really reach that targeted audience? Okay. When we evaluate something, we determine the success or change that occurred in an audience as a result of a campaign. Now, if our goal of a marketing campaign is to increase sales by 30%, we might not have achieved that, but we may have brought about some awareness. So when we evaluate our campaigns at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're seeing, did the audience learn more about our company or learn more about our business or learn more about our cause or event or whatever that may be. So not necessarily success, but also change in the attitudes or mindsets or knowledge of an audience. So we can evaluate quantitatively and qualitatively. Qualitatively occurs when we collect data that shows the opinions of an audience in a way that cannot be readily captured in a numeric value. So this might be short answer questions, opinion questions, longer questions that we may find in a survey. Quantitative, on the other hand, is when we collect data that is readily captured in the form of quantities, ratios, numbers, percentages, etc. Okay, so if I were to give you a quiz, for example, and I asked you, what is your favorite type of pizza? And I gave you 4 or 5 options to pick from. Would that be qualitative or quantitative, do you think? If you answered quantitative, you would be correct, because I could total up the amount of people who circled A, pepperoni, or B, sausage, or C, supreme, okay? I can easily total those up. Qualitative, on the other hand, would be something like open-ended. Why do you like, or do you like pizza? Why or why not? Like a short answer question. And we could definitely extract some quantitative by figuring out how many people said, yes, I like it, and no, I don't like it. But those opinions, those longer, fluffy duffy sentence or 2-sentence explanations are not as easily converted into numbers. And you had the opportunity to experience that on this survey that you did for me for Doritos and Head On. The first 3 words that come to mind about this product are. That is an example of a qualitative, because generally you're all going to have different words. I'm not telling you to pick from a certain list of options. Okay. These other slider questions are all quantitative, because I can take the average and figure out how far, or what level at which our class tended to be at on those scales. Okay, so before the next video, I want you to think to yourself, how do you determine what to ask on an evaluative survey? And how many, or what examples of evaluation methods have you seen as a consumer?